What's good, everybody? It's your brother Nubreed coming through with another live stream. You can tell that it's coming to an end based on how everybody's moving. All you got to do is lock in and pay attention. This particular stream right here is for my deeply spiritually aware people. This stream is for those who really empathize, those who are very aware socially, as well as just those who have insight, those who can feel what's going on. I know I'm not alone with this. Everybody's changing. Something is off. See, a lot of people are out for self because desperate times calls for desperate measures. And a lot of those who don't really have that personal relationship with the Creator, they're showing their desperation. Now, there's a lot of layers to this because you got on the governmental level, they're completely desperate because they know the children of God are waking up. They know that we're beginning to see, and they can no longer lie to us. So they're clamping down with their martial law. They're sending troops on the ground. They're practicing their fear tactics. And they're doing a lot. But some of you all are dealing with these battles on a personal level. Some of you all are escaping narcissistic abuse because for whatever reason, the person realized that they can't control you. See, a lot of people in y'all's lives as God's chosen people never really loved you. They were only there to gain some type of power and control. And once they lose that, then they really don't have a use for you. And I know it's real callous to say it that way, or it seems callous, but that's what happens, man. That's what happens. And see, the grips are slipping away from God's people. So there's an atmospheric change. Desperation's kicked in. They're moving different. Some of you all are witnessing this throughout your family. The holiday season is coming up. Some of you all don't celebrate Halloween and Thanksgiving and Christmas because it's pagan. But nonetheless, people around you may still be into these holidays. So y'all feeling some type of way. You may be feeling alone around this time of year. Some of you all may even really just want to get away from it all because there's something different about this season. It's something different. Some of you all on your self-improvement journey, you're walking the road less traveled. You decided to cut certain people off and put away certain vices in order to really get closer to God. And for whatever reason, those around you are moving different. Like this time, it's almost like they have to stop you. This time, they're acting primitive. This time, they're lashing out. And you're trying to figure out why. Why? Because Satan is running out of time. Daniel 2:21. And he changes the times and the seasons. He removeth kings and setteth up kings. He giveth wisdom unto the wise and knowledge to them that know understanding. That's right. See, there's a power transition, a transfer of power. Things are changing. And what you see going on in America specifically is the calm before the storm. It's almost like not a day goes by where there's something happening in the news. And then it calms down for a short amount of time before another storm. Well, ladies and gentlemen, there's another storm coming. And you can feel it. You can feel the calm before the storm. You can sense that there's going to be a change. Like people been really crashing out lately. People been really moving different. Their countenance has changed. How many of y'all by show of ones can sense it? Now, if you in the Matrix, you're not gonna know what I'm talking about. I could tell you this right now. If you part of the Matrix, if you still a one-dimensional thinker, if you still an individual who's caught up in carnal things and worldly things, you're not gonna get it. Like, those people don't understand us. We are truly peculiar in this time because when we get to talking outside the Matrix talk, a lot of people just don't get it. They look at us as being real strange, like, but when you know, you know. See, our dreams are becoming so much more real. Our visions are becoming so much more intense. And a lot of people, they're going to take the mark of the beast. A lot of people already worship the image of the beast. And the image of the beast ain't what people think it is. That's the crazy part. The image of the beast is oneself. What do you mean by that, Breed? Well, when Satan got people to become selfish and worship themselves, they put a God before the Most High. So it's a lot of people out here who believe that they're more grand than they are. Let me see here. Let's do this person. It's that time. It's for the better for the Most High's people because we get closer to the Creator. It's coming that time where we're going to have to take our Damascus road, where we're going to have to be, you know, on our own and be able to hold more on our own. Let's see. I see y'all rolling in the chat. Make sure y'all like the video and y'all weigh in. If I have any trolls in the building, just do them a favor and just block them. Because what we're building on right now is very important. Right now, we're coming into the Antichrist system, the beast system. People don't really know how real it is because they're in the Matrix. Everything you see going on with all of these military operations that's taking place in various states and cities, oh, that's to usher in the mark of the beast system. And see, those in the Matrix, they're going to sleep all the way until they can no longer wake up. And see, what we talking about is something big coming. And see, it's not just on a government level. It's not just the Antichrist system. It actually trickles down into everybody's life because you got to look at those around you. What side are they going to take? See, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people that's with y'all right now are not going to be there in the future. I said a lot of people who's with you right now won't be there with you in the future. They won't. And see, this is the reason why you got to be prepared to go it alone if need be. No matter what. See, the scriptures tell you if you love mother, father, sister, brother more than him, you're not worthy of them. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be some rough times in the future. It'll be the people closest to you that'll turn on you. Betrayal is at an all-time high. People are moving different. People are having meetings behind some of y'all's back right now because you're walking in truth. You're walking in light. And they don't like to see that. But you got to continue to care for yourself. You got to continue to seek that relationship with the Creator. You got to continue growing and developing. See, a lot of people, brothers and sisters, they still caught up on that one-dimensional level of thought. And then there's going to be people who are going to learn the hard way. Yeah, they moving different right now. You may not be getting them invites. People may just be acting real strange. But ladies and gentlemen, at the end, they're going to need you. See, you're reaching new levels. At the end, they are going to need you. Yeah, you got to remain strong in the spirit. And stuff is very, very real. Yeah, I was sitting here about to get ready to go into this gym, get this workout in. And I just couldn't help but to feel this shift that's going on atmospherically and how people are really changing. Let's see. Somebody said, I don't want them invites no more. See, that's a good thing. Right now is the time where you have to have your relationship with the Creator as tight-knit as possible. Yeah, a lot of people are very vain these days. A lot of people, are very much discontent. One minute, a person is good with you, the next they're not. So what does that mean? You got to stay grounded. A lot of people with self-worship, self-adulation, self-admiration. It's really a sick society. And I don't say all of this so you brothers and sisters can get discouraged. I say this so you can understand that you are different. You are set apart. You cannot be like everybody else. Embrace your creativity. If you were to take a creative and put them in a room full of academics, that creator would not excel as much as being in a room full of creators, and vice versa. So what you got to keep in mind is it's a time now where you got to be amongst your tribe. See, whatever's coming to this world, people are going to gravitate towards their own, towards their tribe, towards those that they belong with, whether good or bad. You don't want to get caught up in limbo, get caught up in the middle around people that you're not supposed to be around. I'm telling y'all, be prepared to go it alone if you have to. The Most High gonna help you figure it out. I don't know who this message is for, but I'm telling you, the Most High will help you figure this out. If you don't have peace, brothers and sisters, if the peace isn't there around the people you're around, if there's no peace, then you're better off going it alone. Let me repeat this. If there's no peace in the situation that you're in, you're better off going it alone, brothers and sisters. Proverbs 12:18 says, the word of the reckless pierces like swords, but the tongue of the wise brings healing. Absolutely. See, some of you all are just afraid to be alone. Some of you all are afraid to do what you got to do without others there. But if you notice, a lot of the times the people who are in your family, your friends, whatever relationships y'all may be in this day and age, a lot of the times it comes with great grief. The people that you're around in this day and age. Why? Why is that? It's not supposed to come with grief. It's not supposed to be that way, brothers and sisters. See, if we were all in line with our culture, with our heritage, if we were all unplugged from the matrix, if we can all see what's going on, it would work seamless. Our families would get along. Everybody would be on the same page, looking at what's going on in the world, and everybody would be locked in, playing their role. Everybody would be playing their role with no complaints. Everybody would be taking their position because they understand what time we in. It's a game of survival at this point. But unfortunately, that's not what it is for most people. That's not what it is for most people. Why? Because most people still believe that they can aggrandize themselves. Most people are still out for self. That's why they move in the way they are. They're just trying to find their position before it all collapses. 2 Thessalonians 3:16. Now the Lord of peace himself give you peace by all means. The Lord be with you all. Exactly. Exactly. See, the Lord giving us peace, even if we're left high and dry, even if we're left alone to figure it out. And some of us, we have to have it that way because it's going to make us stronger. It's going to make us more capable of doing the things that we're supposed to be able to do. Shona says, you're right. It's our generation's turn to shine and collect the harvest. So we have to be strong, bold, and courageous. Absolutely. The Bible says he who endures to the end, the same shall be saved. See, it's time to really get that endurance up, no matter what. Oh, man, y'all sharing them scriptures. Says 2 Corinthians 6:17. Wherefore come out from among them and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. And that's what it's about right now. We can't touch the unclean thing. We got to remain set apart. And it's going to be a difficult season to do that, because imagine with something. Why? Because they still want to celebrate the pagan holidays, you know, these fake Southern Baptist Christians. Let me see. Let's get this person out of here. You know, you got a lot of upset people because we talking that talk. But, you know, you can't have light without people in the dark coming out. If I got any moderators. Okay, so I was cutting out. Sorry about the lag. So a lot of people, a lot of you all's support is integrated with people who not walking upright. Let me know if I'm back in too by show of ones. All right. All right. So let me know by ones. So we back in. That's what's up. I'm going to read this scripture. 1 John 3:10. The children of God are manifest, and the children of the devil, whosoever doeth not righteousness, is not of God, neither he that loveth not his brother. That's right. That's right. And see, but there ain't no love these days. The love of many have waxed cold. It's a lot of people who don't got no love. And, you know, I know there's a few people watching in the chat. Y'all may have seen some of my little back and forths on the internet, and you're probably wondering why I don't even entertain that stuff. The reason I don't entertain that negative stuff is because it would be an endless back and forth. It would be endless. Somebody says something bad about my wife, so I say something bad about theirs. You know, somebody say disrespectful things about me, I say something disrespectful to them. And it goes on and on and on. But guess what? That's parasite energy. That's matrix energy. I'm not feeding into matrix energy. That's feeding into the B system. I'm not feeding into the B system. So if y'all wonder why I ignore a lot of stuff, it's because of that. I can easily argue that I'm justified to say the things I say, but I don't. I just say, hey, you know what? You got to end toxic cycles. And that goes for all of you all. If you watch my material, I'm always talking about ending the vicious toxic cycles. You got to end those cycles. Yeah, so we don't entertain demons because we know what time we in. We know what time we in. And listen, I'm gonna tell you, on social media, people just want drama. At the end of the day, they only want drama. And that goes for a lot of y'all in real life, man. In your everyday life, people don't want to see things resolved. People want to be entertained. Let me tell y'all something. I'm about to drop a nugget, man. Y'all got to get the likes up, what I'm about to tell y'all. This is some wild stuff I'm about to tell you about the world that you're in. Right? I'm going to make this quick. I'm going to make this real quick. If you've ever been gang stalked, right? This is something I want y'all to understand and comprehend. If you ever just pretend to be normal, because we're not normal, by the way. We're not normal. We're a peculiar people, royal priesthood. We're always thinking outside of the box. But if you just pretend to be a normal person and just go along with everybody else, you will see exactly who the gang stalkers are. You will see them, and it'll blow your mind. You'll be like, wow. But the minute they'll know that you're not one of them is when they start to try to tear somebody else down. You don't get involved in it because that's their whole existence. Let us try our best to try to destroy this person. That's the existence of a gang stalker. So once you show them, like, you could be normal, you can just go along, talk about matrix stuff, talk about what's going on in sports TV, whatever the case is, you know, just matrix stuff. You know what I mean? You could just regular, what's popping with this rapper, rap beef, this, that, what's going on with the music video awards and this. You could talk about all that, right? But they're gonna know you're not one of them when they start trying to tear people down behind their back and you don't participate. They're gonna be like, hold on now, you're not one of us. No, we're not one of you. So stay out the matrix. Stay away from these people. But nonetheless, man, I just wanted to come through with this quick message, man. I'm about to go in the gym and get this workout in. You know what I'm saying? Self-care, self-care. Time to get it in. Listen, respect to each and every one of y'all. More material coming. Thank y'all. Shalom. Peace.